Hey everyone, what's up? It's Steph here. I'm the former secret slob, and today I'm gonna answer a question that has been asked a ton of times and I have never been able to answer. How do you use the FlyLady system when you work a 9-to-5 job? This gets asked all the time, especially by working moms. I know how busy it is to be a mom, but I have never been a working outside of the home mom. Don't worry, I still work, but I do not have a 9-to-5 job, so I can't really say from experience how to use the system best. Today, I'm gonna answer that question with the help of my little sister, Jill. Jill is a working mom. She works 9-to-5 in the medical industry, and she has 2 little kids, ages 3 and 1. So her life is busy. On top of that, her husband is away half the time working in camp. A lot of people in Western Canada work in oil and gas camp jobs, and her husband is one of them. So for the most part, she is on her own half the time. So I asked her if she'd film a day in her life and show you how she uses the FlyLady system. I've never seen this video and I thought it'd be really fun to watch it together. So let's see what a day in the life of a working, basically single mom looks like using the FlyLady system.
Good morning, welcome to a day in the life of me. I'm excited to show all of you kind of what my day looks like, getting all my routines in there somewhere in my busy day. So it's about 5:30 in the morning right now. My alarm's due to go off in about half an hour, but very rarely does my alarm actually wake me up. My cat actually woke me up this morning. He's right here.
Poor thing. Oh my gosh, your cat wakes you up. I know what it means to get that extra half hour. Stupid cats.
So my alarm is basically just for show. Usually one of my kids or something wakes me up before that actually goes off. So let's get the day started.
So as soon as I get out of bed, I make it right away. If I don't make it right away, it doesn't happen. So this is a habit I've recently gotten into. Then it's to the kitchen and immediately to my coffee machine. I turn it on right away because I love my coffee first thing in the morning. It is essential.
So while my kids are still sleeping, I try and get myself ready before they wake up, because once they're up, it's really hard to get myself kind of ready for work. So I've got my clothes laid out. They're all kind of right there. And I've also got my kids' clothes laid out.
Okay, so I just want to say that's something I do differently. I don't set my clothes out the night before. I don't have a big rushed morning because I'm just home. So I pick my clothes out the day of. But I do like how she sets her kids' clothes out. Like, I can see how that would save a ton of time. And I might even try to do that with my kids, because that's one of our biggest fights in the morning, is getting dressed.
I do that the night before, and that makes everything a breeze in the morning. I've got all my stuff ready for work for the next morning. So I don't take a ton of time getting ready in the morning. I throw my hair up in a bun. Usually we have to have it up at work. I work in the medical field. I always put a little bit of makeup on. It makes me feel better and more put together. So I do that every day. And yeah, since my clothes were out, it was a really nice, quick getting ready process. And I'm ready to get the day started.
After I've gotten myself ready for work, that's when I can start getting things done. First thing I usually do is I unload the dishwasher. It's from last night, started before I went to bed, so everything's all clean in there. I get everything put away, and that way it's empty for the day and dishes don't build up on the side of the sink. I put a load of laundry in every morning before I go to work. Yes, it sits in there all day, but this way I get it done and it's ready to go in the dryer when I get home. You can see my fancy washing machine here has some special pliers to start.
Okay, so my bed is made. I unloaded the dishwasher. I threw my load of laundry in that I'm gonna switch into the dryer as soon as I get home from work.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the same as my morning, except for I have all day to do mine and she's getting hers done super early. So yeah, definitely a time difference there, and you know, it helps that she's doing it before her kids get up. I highly recommend anything you need to get done fast, just get it done before your kids get up.
And it is 6:40 now. I work at 7:30. Unfortunately, my daycare doesn't open until 7, so I am there on the dot at 7 because it takes me about 29 minutes to get to work. So it's very tight. So basically it's about 5 minutes from here to my daycare. So I'm gonna wake my kids up here in a second. I've got their couple cups of milk here ready to go, and it's a bit of a hectic 10 minutes to get us all out the door. Good morning. Time to get up.
I usually wake my daughter up first because she takes a little bit more time in the morning to get ready. I have to do her hair, and it usually involves getting her something to lure her to sit in front of me with. So today it's an Eggo waffle, so I can get her all ready to go, and then I get my son up after she's all set to go. With only a few minutes left before I'm walking out the door, I quickly get my little guy dressed. I'm lucky that my daycare does serve breakfast there, so I just have to get him dressed and out the door. But I do get him a bottle of milk, just keeps him happy in the morning.
Did anybody else catch that over the head awkward shirt removal? Oh, that's awesome, Jill.
So it's only been about 5 or 10 minutes since I got my kids up, and we're already almost out the door. That's what night ahead preparation does for you.
Dang, I could not get my kids ready to go that fast. I mean, obviously she's had a little bit more practice than me, but kudos, that's amazing. My kids would just drag, but like I say, we have the time in the morning, so maybe I should start setting their clothes out. We could kind of get after it a little earlier.
Okay, we're headed out the door. It's 6:55, not a minute to spare as usual, and we are all ready to go. It is 7:02 and I'm off to work. It's about a half an hour to get down there. I start in about 28 minutes. So as per usual, I'll be cruising in just on time. We're a couple minutes late. Okay, it is my lunch break right now, about 12 o'clock. I only get about half an hour for lunch, but I always try and get outside 10 minutes even, if that's all I can. Get a little bit of a walk in. You know, my day's busy, so I gotta get some physical activity in there when I can. Okay, so it is 4:30. I normally get off at 3:30, but I got held up today and I got off an hour late, so.
That's rough. Yeah, that doesn't happen to me. That's hard.
That's just the reality, but it does throw a wrench in the rest of the day and my plans and everything like that. But as anyone who has a job and kids and life to juggle, you know that not everything goes as planned very often. So we'll just keep trucking along and see how the night goes. Okay, I'm stuck in some serious traffic. My daycare is about to close, so I had to call my neighbors to go and get my kids for me.
Oh, worst.
So this day in the life video is truly very real. It is, yeah, the day-to-day struggle, you know? So I'm just sitting here not moving, but it's what it is.
Finally, I'm home about an hour and 15 minutes later than usual. I picked my kids up from my neighbors. They took them to the park, so that's awesome. They got some energy burnt out of them. So once we get home, I let my kids have some independent playtime. They're usually pretty tired out from daycare, so they do some puzzles or just kind of play with their own toys for a little bit while I get some things done. First up, getting changed out of my gross scrubs. Right away, I take my laundry that was in the washing machine and put it into the dryer so it's ready to be put away later on in the night. Then I come into the kitchen and I unload all of the things I had at work, all my lunch dishes and things like that, and put them away right away. Otherwise, that never gets done. I prepared dinner the night before, so it's all ready to go in the fridge, and all I have to do is heat it up, which is great for days like today when I get off work late. I made meat sauce last night, so all I have to do is cook up some noodles and heat it up in the microwave, and it's all ready to go. Making dinner the night before, it's a very stress-free dinner time, and I can get some food into my kids before 6 p.m.
Okay, this is like her most genius tip ever. if you are pressed for time right after work, make dinner the night before. Or, you know, one of those cook once, eat all week kind of things. Prep your food ahead of time, whatever. Yeah, it's crazy to have to make dinner for hungry kids, hungry you, and no time. So I love this tip. I know she does this, and I think it's just genius.
Okay, so depending on the day and what time I get off work, I sometimes will hit the gym for half an hour before picking my kids up. But on days like today where I didn't have time, I will always make a point of getting out and being active with my kids. So we are off for a bike ride. So I've got my bike hooked up to a chariot and we're gonna go find a new park. We love to find new parks and chase rabbits and do whatever we can to burn some energy at the end of the day.
Aw, that's awesome. Good for her. Good for her. I love that.
By the time we get home, my laundry is all dry, so I take it out of the dryer and it's ready to be put away. Next up, I rent a bath for my kids. I bath them every night because this gives me a good chance to get some things done in my bathroom and my master bedroom. Okay, so while my kids are in the bath behind me, that's always when I do my bathroom swish and swipe. So I'm in the bathroom anyways, I have to watch them. My bedroom's right there, so I put all my clothes away and all my laundry from the day, and I also wipe down my bathroom. And since this week is bathroom zone cleaning, I do a little bit extra and I really get into some nooks and crannies. I washed my bath mat today and I just spend those extra few minutes doing some deep cleaning. While my kids are in the bath, it gives me a good chance to get all of my laundry folded and put away. Here's my bath mat because I'm doing my bathroom zone cleaning this week. So I've got lots of towels and clothes in here. You might think you can't do a load every day, but if I don't have enough clothing to put in the washing machine, I'll grab a bath mat or some towels or hand towels from around the house, and it always adds up to enough for a load. Like my sister, I use the no-fold laundry method for most of my kids' clothes, any of my workout clothes, and my pajamas, and it saves me a ton of time.
It's amazing, and you'll be like, why haven't I been doing laundry like this? She's so smart. Clearly, when you're pressed for time, you come up with all the hacks.
At the same time as doing this, I lay out my clothes and my kids' clothes for the next day. I check the weather and see what we're gonna need for the next day, and I lay out appropriate clothes. I had a little bit of extra time, so I decluttered one of my bathroom drawers while my kids were still in the bath. So I left my little guy without a diaper on for about 5 seconds, and he peed all over the couch. This is why we don't get nice furniture.
Yeah, that's why we don't have nice furniture either.
So after a quick impromptu couch cleaning session, I put my son to bed, and that just leaves me with my daughter for the rest of the evening. I give my daughter some screen time at this point so I can get some things done. This is when I get my zone cleaning done, 10 to 15 minutes. I already did a little bit in my bathroom while my son was in the bath, so I just get some deep cleaning done in one of my other washrooms. I get floors cleaned, toilets cleaned, a little bit of extra stuff done during this time. I really pay attention to areas in the bathroom that I don't get during my daily swish and swipe, like behind the toilet and along the baseboards. I take a quick break to have a chat with my mom, and then I'm right back at it to finish my 15 minutes. Then I take my daughter out into the backyard and we get some yard work done, watering the flowers and weeding the garden a little bit just to keep it well maintained. During these hot summer days, I need to water my garden and my flowers almost every day, so I take a little bit of time every evening to get it done, and I absolutely love it out there. I even have some little green peppers coming, which I'm super proud of. My daughter and I head back into the house. She has some independent playtime with her toys, usually in the basement or in the living room, and this is when I make dinner for the next night. I love to cook, but I find if I make it after work before dinner time, it's extremely hectic. So I like taking my time, listening to some music, maybe having a glass of wine, and making dinner for the next night. This way, it's a much more enjoyable process, and I can make a much nicer, healthier meal for my kids, rather than getting home and rushing through something quickly. Tonight, I have made some chickpea curry for the next day.
Yum, that's an amazing recipe. I'm gonna ask her and I'll put it in the description because I've had that chickpea curry before and it's super good.
So it's almost my daughter's bedtime, so I come downstairs and we start doing a little bit of cleanup together. I'm starting to try and get her involved in cleaning up her toys and keeping things organized with me. But of course, like any parent, I'm often down there with her doing about 98% of the work. And that's okay, she's learning.
I love the cat. Aww.
Hello, my name's Polly and me.
We have a quick FaceTime with my husband before my daughter goes to bed, and then she makes another big mess in the bathroom I just cleaned up.
Oh, that sucks.
Once my daughter's in bed, I get my power tidy done in the living room and dining room usually, and then I clean up all of the dishes from the dinner I made for the next night. I start my dishwasher every night so that I unload it in the morning for an empty dishwasher. Check on my hotspot and make sure it's not gathering clutter, and I shine up my sink ready for the morning. Usually around 9 p.m. is when I sit down on the couch and watch TV, and an hour later I am ready for bed.
Okay, wow. So her day looks very similar to mine in a lot of ways. We do our FlyLady routines pretty much the same, except for I'm doing my swish and swipe in the morning instead of the evening. But the one way it looks really different is it's very clear she has to get it done and get it done quickly, whereas my schedule allows a lot more flexibility. Sometimes I don't get my morning routine done till later in the day, and if I feel like skipping it altogether, I can skip it. So there's definitely more flexibility when you're a stay-at-home mom. That being said, when she takes her kids to daycare, that doesn't happen for me. The daycare is here. So we're home all day making messes, doing breakfast, lunch, all our snacks, all our playing. So I have all that to clean up. So I don't really know if there's a comparison as for which is harder. It's just which works for you. So it might be more helpful if you're working out of the home to do it more like her, or if you're at home, you have a little bit more flexibility, do it like me. But the most important thing is we're getting it done, getting our routines done, making our lives easier so we have more time to have fun and we're not feeling so overloaded and overwhelmed. If you're a mom, I know you know what I'm talking about. Thank you so much, Jill, for making this video and sharing with us what it looks like for a working mom to do the FlyLady system. I think you're doing an amazing job and I'm so proud of you. So glad I have you as a sister. Okay, thanks so much for watching, you guys. Have a wonderful day. I will talk to you very soon. Bye.